Good morning and welcome. Welcome to another review of Rent to Girlfriend Season 2, Episode 11. Now, from Rags, every episode of Rent to Girlfriend, every character has their moments. Ruka had her moments. Chizuo had her moments. And even bitch-ass Mommy had her moment. But there's one particular character that I love so much in my heart, and I'm sure everybody would agree on this. Sumi. I want to present something to you guys. You see this? You see this? You see this? Sumi has defined the odds as one of the best characters, the best girl of the entire Rent to Girlfriend series. Every episode, it's always been a 10 out of 10. Every time where there's Sumi episode involved, you know that she's gonna have the best development character ever. You know that. Back in season 1, when we had a Sumi moment, when, playing bowling and all that stuff, she was a very shy, frail girl. And not being independent enough and not strong enough, she's willing to speak, and she has developed every way as possible in the first time that he was with Kazuya. And since the episodes progresses and move on, Sumi has always been stepping up the plate, proving that for a shy girl like herself, she's able to back up against the odds and winning. And as development as it is, communication-wise, her shyness, everything about her says why Sumi deserves the best girl. Now, for anybody who puts Sumi dead last, shame on you. And if you put her last, y'all stupid for that. But other than that, if we go back to season 1, we had a Sumi episode. And if you look at the pattern here, season 1 was episode 11, and we had a Sumi episode. Now we in season 2, episode 11, and this is a Sumi episode. And boy, it didn't deliver. So, I know this video might be long as fuck, because this is all about Sumi. This is all about Sumi right here, and let's look forward to it. So let's get right to it, the review of Rent to Girlfriend Season 2, Episode 11. Oh, and by the way, this ain't enough, because I pre-ordered that Sumi bunny figure, and I'm fucking getting that. Okay. Now, after everything that happened, with prior towards the Ruka kissing and Chizuo's grandma and all that drama pushed aside now, push that joint birthday arc, we now move forward, living their daily lives. And I'll let, Kazuya staring at Chizuo's boobs like always. So, Chizuo got a call from Sumi and told her that Sumi wants to meet Kazuya to meet up, meet up at the station by 10, and then the main event starts at 11:30, all that stuff. No telling when. No telling what's going on. But this was all Sumi's idea. You know what I like about Sumi? It's not only she's best friends with Chizuo, and it's not because she got her own series, it's just she's representing all the gender. She's representing all the shy girls, Every shy girl in anime has always been the quietest ones, and they look passed by them because they think into them they don't develop, they're not gonna speak up, they're not gonna do anything to show us why so quiet, why you just do something, That's what people are most afraid of talking, you know what I mean? Yeah, the yanderes and the tsunderes, I get all of that. But for people like Komi from Komi Can Communicate, Hinata, Hyuga from Naruto at the time, and then Sumi, it's like they are developing, and people are not seeing that, but they are. So props for that. Now, let's move forward to it. Kazuya meets Sumi, and Sumi is dressed in a high school uniform. Now I really want to know why she dressed up in a uniform. It's because if you guys recall when Shizu and Kazuya was dating and they were dressed and Shizu was dressed in a high school uniform as well, and Kazuya, she saw Sumi. I mean, they saw Sumi and they ran off. Now, people didn't think, oh, Sumi saw them. No, Sumi saw them. So she thought maybe it's an idea to do so too. Now, I get it. Her talk may not be like explaining why, but she explained it through a text. She's like, text. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, that's one way to call. This is one way to talk it through text. You see what I mean? Developing. It's getting there. It's getting there. So again, she explaining it in text, and I like how she blushing, Sumi just, oh my God. I couldn't keep bringing her name because she's so freaking hot. Best girl, like I said. So, as I explained, and Sumi had a lot of dialogue this season. Sometimes there always be just one word, maybe two, but she's talking. I got a friend of mine that don't even like Sumi because she don't talk as much, but she's talking a lot more in this than ever. So she's saying, "I will guide you." So they went to the aquarium, and she's showing Kazuya around, like literally showed Kazuya around the aquarium, meeting fishes, winning prizes, even sat down and just watching the penguins. That's all. And then in that moment when I got on that merry-go-round thing, her thighs was showing, and I'm like, Sumi thighs is so hot. Sumi thighs is all that, Now, on their way, she's being the best guide to her. She's being the best guide for Kazuya. Because it's always Kazuya guiding Sumi around and stuff. Now it's the other way around. She's trying to show Kazuya that she's more dependent, more like, I'm here for you twice as more than you did back then. So I'm there to back you up. I like it. And then when I got to that dolphin exhibit, she told her, like, oh, don't sit there because that area is for people who want to get wet. So they sat like about, I think it was like one seat above it. Now they seen all the splashes, but then that dolphin is smart. That dolphin, that dolphin, I don't know, is that, that dolphin was hilarious. Like the moment it's like he see a spot right there, he's like, target lock. Wink, and you gotta love that aim. His target when the dolphins just splash water on on Sumi and Kazuya. That was legit right there. Like, I'm like, that dolphin knew. He knew what he was doing, and he knew what he was thinking and where to hit the target. And he got all Sumi splashing and everything. Now, Sumi was, pretty bummed up about like, oh, she messed up because it wasn't exactly as she planned. But Kazuya realized that Sumi is just helping, in some ways. So he started laughing. He started laughing that he had a great time. And especially towards... Now, this is where oh my God. Sumi, we all love Sumi. I wish I had a shirt right now that says, I love Sumi right now. Because that moment when he got up there and said he go get some fresh clothes for Sumi, he got up there and Sumi said, I like you. That was the moment that I legit fainted. The moment she said that, everyone, I'm like, I legit fainted when she said, I like you. That was the moment that legit, like, oh my God, I love this girl. I love this woman. I love this woman. I love this woman. I'm going to say this again. Sumi has better development than Chizuku, Mami, and Ruka. I'm going to say that again. And I know I'm continuing reading. I know I've been continuing reading the Rent a Girlfriend. I'm still reading the current chapters. I still am. But come on, guys. You cannot say Sumi has developed more than those three. You cannot say that. If we would make an argument right now on Anime NYC, if I see y'all Anime NYC and y'all said, and y'all put Sumi dead last, come find me. I'll beat the crap out of you. Because you cannot put Sumi dead last. You cannot. Anyway, back to what I was saying. She said, I like you. And then he's like, huh? Then he hear nothing. But we all know but yeah, that just hit my heart. And then when they got to a park and they see all the couples kissing, God, I mean, like, you're talking about making a move? She made a move. I mean, she scooted over like this. Scoot over. And gave her a present, a happy birthday, gave her a gift. It was that knit hat. Because if you remember, again, this is what I like about Rent a Girlfriend. They give us, it's remembering why this character did this and that. So if we go back to the moment when they went out one time, and then she asks, hey, and then she asks, what's your birthday? Because she don't remember, she's not going to forget his birthday. So, and if you put it's like putting pieces together. Ask about the birthday, that's one. When Kazuya and Chizu was pretending dating, all that stuff, pretending they were high school dating students, and then they see Sumi, Sumi just looking for a gift, buying a gift. So you put all the pieces together, it's like 1 + 1 is 2. So when you put all the pieces together, boom, right there. Sumi did all this for that moment to give him the gift. And it was a knitted hat. That's a start. She's like, and then not only she scooted over, but she wants to know what's wrong with Kazuya. What's wrong with him? Now, then Kazuya brought up a friend. Now, she didn't want to bring up Chizu because she doesn't, I get what he's doing. He doesn't want he doesn't want Sumi to get involved in the situation that Chizu's, he doesn't want Sumi to get involved in the situation that Chizu's in. So I get what he's trying to do. I get it. Sure, it's a bad judgment call, but at least I know what he's trying to do, and he doesn't want to have Sumi talk to Chizu and all that stuff. So he's like, I got this friend of mine, and it's not going well. Losing he's frustrated with his grandma's health and all that. And all this story that talking about the whole friend thing was actually about Chizu. But then, guys, I cried. I kid you not. There was a tear coming down in my eye when Sumi cried. That was the moment that hit my heart. When Sumi cried. Guys, I felt so much sadness, yet it was like, wow. I kid you not. That hit me. After hearing the story, after she's hearing Kazuya's story, she started crying. I felt so much deep sadness for this. And then I don't know if you guys go on my Twitter, but I said, if you make Sumi cried, I cried. And I kid you not. That hit me. Because how super rare to see Sumi cry like this. Most of the time you see her cheering like happy cries, like, yes, I did it. But this was a serious tear moment. This was a serious moment where you gotta sit down and like, oh my God, she's feeling the story. She's going with what she understands the story, all that stuff. It was like this episode was so wholesome. It's like, again, one of the best episodes. This is by far the best episode this season. Sumi is like, it's like when Ruka had her episode, or Mami had her episode, or when Chizu had an episode, okay, that's that. But when Sumi has an episode, guys, when Sumi gets an episode, make no mistake about it, she will make an episode a 10 out of freaking 10. And that's what this is. So, and the thing is, what makes this episode wholesome was that Sumi listens to Kazuya, because Kazuya's feelings that everything that's been going on the entire series of Rent a Girlfriend, of season 2, the entire episodes of it, Kazuya doesn't want to tell no one about all the situations that's been going on. So it's like the one person that he needs to talk to for guidance, for something to lean on, someone to help out, stuff. It's Sumi, because Sumi's the only one that's not involved in the situations that Chizu's in, Ruka's in, or Mami's in. It's just Sumi by herself. Again, best freaking girl, yo. Best girl, yo. Like, come on. Now, here's another. Again, Sumi crying hit me hard to a point. I'm like, damn. Now, after that moment, she developed more ways than ever, because she grabbed Kazuya's hand. She grabbed Kazuya's hand. It wasn't that the other way around. Sumi grabbed Kazuya's hand. In that moment, let's make this, one can make an argument. Sumi developed more ways than none. More ways than one. Period. You think season one, Sumi was not gonna develop? She has. And in this episode, she did. Now, after she left with pride and confidence, Kazuya thought this, what can I do to help Chizuo? Okay, and this is where the arc we're in now. The whole cinema fundraising arc thing, all that. Now, again, next week is going to be Chizuo's backstory. And I said this before in recent reviews. I said that Chizuo, it will be important for most people if you like Chizuo, because it's about her backstory and why she wants to become an actress. But other than that, overall, this episode was very wholesome. It was very sweet. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. And like I said before, of all the moments in Rent the Girlfriend, of all the moments, Sumi has one of the best moments of all time. And not only that, this episode is a 10 out of 10. Sumi, you did it. Sumi, you did it. And I hope that if they do a best girl of the week, as the week progresses, Sumi better be in the top 10 of all best girls this week because she developed than any other girls throughout the entire anime series this week. And I gotta tell you, please make this work. Sumi for president. Sumi for president. Make it official. So I look forward for next week's episode of Rent the Girlfriend season 2. I know I'm getting hyped for this. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for Sumi, but still, I look forward for next week's episode of Rent the Girlfriend, and I'm gonna be calmly for next week's episode because next week could be something that everybody needs to see. So I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.